Holy shit, Justin Jefferson got the bag. And CMC. Welcome, everyone.
Yep.
Welcome to Elite Fantasy Nation podcast. I'm your host, Matt Denis. You can follow me at Fantasy Matt EFN. As always, with Pat. Damn it. You know what, dude? You think like I'd get smart enough at this point? Followed with my boy, Pat Wendelken, man. How you been at City Stars 136? What's up, boy?
Good, man. Back to be back in action. Get some news, something to talk about. You know, we gotta get some more juice building over here, man.
Hell yeah! I mean, it's a slow ramp up. You know what I mean? It's been a little slow. It's obviously OTAs kicked off this week for or voluntary. Or it's actually mandatory minicamp. Sorry about that. Kicked off this week for a lot of clubs. I think for actually all clubs. So kind of got a little bit of news that we'll dive into now. But other than that, I mean, dude, it's like. It's a quiet before the storm. It's June, first week of June. Next thing you know, it's going to be end of July, and it'll be like August will be coming around the corner, and they have preseason games, and then next thing you know, it's fucking kickoff to the season again. So, dude, can't wait.
Let's go. Fucking
can't wait.
Man.
Hell yeah. So we've had a little bit of a hiatus. I was in Phoenix, Arizona for the first time, visiting a buddy. So shout out to Rocky Jones and his wife, Lizzie, for hosting me. Them and their two kids. So that was fun, dude. Baking in the sun is 105 degrees. That's why I got a little more color than you do, man. You're looking pale. You need to get, I know you work outside. Bro. Huh?
It's my lighting. I'm looking a little washed out right now. So I gotta,
you are looking washed out. Yeah. You make me look dark, which is, I'll take it, dude. I'll take it. That, and you've been busy as hell, dude. You've been grinding, man, doing the job.
Yeah, work, puppy, family, the usual normal stuff, bro. So it's cool. I don't mind it.
Yeah. Well, we're back, man. We're gonna make this some more freaking. I know I said all the time, but yeah. Last time I kind of canceled, trying to earn some cash here and there. So I canceled, and Pat was able to reschedule. I was supposed to do it Monday, so rescheduled it today. But we're back, bitches.
That's it.
Hell
That's
yeah,
right, baby.
All right, man. Take us through the news.
All right, so like you said, with that little teaser, how you started off, Justin Jefferson gets his bag, the one he's been waiting for a long time. So there we go. Congrats, Mr. Jefferson. 140 over 4 years, 110 solidly in the bag. Literally can walk away with 110 guaranteed annual value. 35 million makes him the highest paid wide receiver, and I think it's
reset the market.
Reset the market, and he's just under all the quarterbacks now.
That's
crazy. It, man. He got what he wanted. The JJ for a while, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, there's a lot of other wide receivers that are coming up too, and you'll talk about a few of them here. So I don't want to steal your thunder, but it makes you wonder like who's gonna be running to the bank now. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of franchises that probably wish that they had paid their player first before this contract hit. Obviously, JJ's looked at it as like, the best if, between him and Chase, the number one, number two in the whole entire league. So I'm sure there'll be other people. CeeDee Lamb probably is going to be fairly close. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It's also going to be interesting to see like down the road how this affects QBs. If QBs are also getting paid $50 million a year, $45 million a year, and then you're getting this contract, it's like, who else can you pay? I mean, it's like, those are two monster contracts. So but good for him, man.
I agree.
It's good. It's good for the Vikings. They kept him on. Like there was talks that if Cousins wasn't going to be there, he don't want to be there.
Correct.
So obviously that's changed. So good for Minnesota pulling the trigger.
Yeah. I mean, 110 million would make you a lot happier. I'm pretty sure. Take that.
Dude, what would you do with the 110 million?
I don't know, man. Definitely. I'll be out of debt and highly invested in Smile and still work, but not as much. Just keep myself and enjoy stuff that I've always wanted to maybe do, type of deal.
Hell yeah. I'd travel a lot. Yeah, I'd hook up my family and I'd travel a lot. I'd buy houses all over the world.
Yeah, man. Live off it, little interest, get some investments rolling, and no stress. Like, dude, I'm good. Pay some taxes. All right, no problem. We can do this. It's
like your boys want to start their own business. You're like, let me drop you some cash. Like,
sure.
Get you off the ground.
I'll be you want a silent partner? No problem. How much you need? You got it.
Just take it on the back end. Yeah.
It's all right, bro. Yeah. I'll be there.
All right, man. What else you got?
So talking about those other ones, CeeDee Lamb did not show up to the mandatory camp. McCarthy was asked about it, and he was just like, it's business, and all his mumbling. Jerry Jones doesn't like pay anybody, but he's got to pay this guy. I mean, he'd be foolish not to. So that's going to be coming down the pipe, I'm sure, sooner than later. Has to. You know,
I can see, dude. Could you imagine
man.
Jared Jones when he saw Justin Jefferson's contract? He probably just like went in the corner and cried. He's like, oh,
son of a bitch. He's like, I'm a billionaire and I gotta let out 100 million. Like, you know, he's like all like Pete, like pissed off and shit. Like, what? Like, come on, man. But yeah, CD didn't show, Jamar didn't show, T. Higgins didn't show, and then the other one that, like, you know, I find this one funny. So Ayuk doesn't get anything, and he's not showing, and he's due, but then McCaffrey gets a 2-year extension, which is weird. I
know.
I'm like, that's like,
that was out of nowhere.
Such a dude, that's like a backhand to me. I'd be like, oh, really? I'm like, my man got paid, so now you're gonna give him 2 years, $8 million added for 24 and 25, and then $24 million in guarantees. Dude, that's pretty fucking solid, man, for a little extra. Well, and I'm like, he also guy's still looking for his bag, you know? Come on,
yeah, he also
man.
reset the running back market. So the 2 back-to-back, basically per year now, CMC is the highest paid running back in NFL history.
Correct.
So, but to your point, it's like, Ayuk's got to be like, bro, like, he didn't even, like, nobody even knew that was coming. I mean, I didn't see that coming. CMC just popped up.
I saw that. I'm like, is this real? Like, is this a real, like, thing? And I'm like, then I thought of Brandon. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, my man, like, he's up next, and he just got like, oh, you know, we're gonna pay this guy again. Like, that's so. I'd be like, what is going on here? So that I'm more interested to know what's going on with that at the end of the day, because that's like a backhanded like slap.
Well, it makes you wonder if they're gonna trade him now for sure. Like it makes you wonder if they're just gonna like ship him out, Ayuk that is, and then let somebody else pay him afterwards.
Yeah, I can see that, man. Because I'm like, I don't know, man. I didn't like that move, so he's probably out. The only other thing I saw that was kind of interesting is Cam Sutton signs with the Steelers, you know, little cornerback vet action. So I was like, all right, cool, you know, like something a little different. Steelers are always looking for some kind of action. So that's pretty much it, man. Slow day in the news, nothing too exciting, you know, until we get injuries in camp and who's showing, who's not, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, like you said, I mean, it's kind of the, you know, this is mandatory minicamps, but it is minicamp. It's not the regular, you know, NFL camp. So, so we'll see. It'll kind of be. I think they've only got three days this week. So most of them wrap up, I think, Thursday or Friday. So yeah, hopefully no injuries, man. You know, and then it'll be like a good 5 or 6 weeks until until camp actually hits. You know, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, wrap it up very quickly. I forgot. I always do. Hit the like and subscribe, man. You know, that's appreciate all the patronship and, you know, all the support. So we're trying to grow the channel as much as we can. Can't do it, you know. So you got problems too. It's not just me, man. It's weird. It's weird.
It's
like exactly.
It's like the weather, man. You're like reverse. You gotta remember that. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. Yeah, hit the like, subscribe, comment below if you like. Figure today, like I said, we'll make it a quick one.
Give us comments, man. I want some comments, bro. Like, I would love feedback, questions. Please give us one, even if it's bad. I'll still take it, bro. Like constructive criticism or a question, like, you know, shout you out and get a conversation going, man. Let's
give us a few. We engage every time there's a comment. We engage. We reply back. Yeah, we like it. You know, we'll kind of give you feedback back. So definitely appreciate it. So, so for today, we'll make it quick. It's kind of late for Pat's on the East Coast. It's almost 10 o'clock there. You know, 9:30 or whatever. Figured we just got done with a startup draft for Dynasty. So figured it's a perfect opportunity. And actually, Mike McNutted, who was on a couple of episodes ago, he was in this startup with us. But figured we'd kind of go through our startup, you know, and kind of show you this is real life, real money, brand new startup for the season, Dynasty format. I'll kind of take you through the format. And then from there, we can kind of talk through our teams. You know, we'll talk through like, you know, maybe picks that we weren't really, you know, that weren't really our favorite, maybe, you know, ones that were like, you know, if I would have had this back, it'd be great. Our favorite picks. And we can also talk about, you know, we can kind of just go down the line and talk about which team we feel like we like the most besides our own. Figure that we do that. You know, it's that time of season, man. Startup season and startup nation. So everybody's kind of doing their getting the itch on, because again, the season's coming sooner rather than later. So let me cue it up, man.
This is a good time of the year, bro. I like it. It's slowly beginning. It's like a train getting a little momentum, a little bit. It's moving. You're out the station. It's lightly moving out.
You see the train? Yeah. It's like
you're like, okay, we're moving a little bit of steam going out. Let's go, baby, little by little.
Hell yeah. So format wise, so 12 team PPR. It is Superflex, obviously. It is going to be a best ball league. So the setup is 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 3 flex, and 1 super flex. So kind of just give you a lay low. I'll zoom in for everybody watching on YouTube. Anything that's in black is actually supposed to be green. We don't know why. We try to fix it a couple of times. But anything in black is normally would be green on sleeper, which is running back. So just know that as they're looking at all the black spaces are should be green, as they always are in sleeper, and they are for the running back. So I'll start with your team, man. Why don't we start there? Give me a second to awkwardly do this, and you can tell me if it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it just sucks that they had to put running backs in black, which,
as
we were just talking before, I'm like, just mutes the whole freaking thing out. But that's okay, we'll make it work.
Yeah. So I'll highlight your team real quick, and then we'll kind of go through it. So highlighted, you actually did a couple of trades. When we get to mine, I didn't do any trades. We can talk through that. Actually, McNutted, who normally does a lot of trades, Mike is usually a big trader, especially in startups. He didn't do any. I do want to look at his team after we look at the 2 of ours. It'd be great to have him on again and talk through, what he was trying to do. I know what he was trying to do because I've been in enough leagues with him. But start with your team. Kind of take you through. Why don't you start reading off, your draft picks and kind of where you traded and what your thought was when you were trading, and I'll just scroll down as you get farther down to your list.
So I'm trying to actually put it up on my phone too, so I can get a little bit better of a view. But
do you want me to zoom in more? I'm trying. It's just
I'll tell you this right now. From learning from my first one from Elite to now, my strategy was different. Oh man, beautiful. There we go.
All right. I'll do this.
I was happy to see like my
progression. You had the 103. Let's talk about it. So let's make sure we're talking it out and letting people know what the picks are, because people that aren't on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah. So they aren't. Actually, yeah, that's actually a good point. So the way that the startup worked was we actually did a 40-yard dash, which you haven't done one before. It's actually really fun.
Yeah. It's cool.
Somebody will put like everybody's name, and there's a 40-yard dash simulator, and what they basically do is all 12 players have their names represented. Hits the go button, you can watch it, and you can kind of see people take off. You literally do a 40-yard dash, or you're a guy, your icon does a 40-yard dash. So I actually won the 40-yard dash, and I'll explain why I picked where I picked. It is a third-round reversal, too, which is key as to why I picked what I picked. But you picked, I think you were the 4th or 5th one to cross the finish line, and you picked the 103. Yep. So correct. Talk through your team, man.
So I chose 103. I'm like, it's something different, usually I go for the back of the pack, but I was like dynasty. I was like, I kind of want to go get something quick and easy that I really kind of wanted, and
get a start at the beginning, right? Like start off
like
strong,
like young and strong, like I said, and I learned from the other one. So I took Stroud. You know what I mean? Like this is like I've been having him on. Like I kind of had it figured out. I'm like I knew Hurts or whatever might be gone, and who knows? Well, Stroud could have went, but I'm like, CJ's good, young team. He's looking great. Got a long career ahead of him. So boom.
So let me ask you. You picked CJ Stroud over Mahomes. You're thinking there, was that like that's what you had locked in? You just had an idea that's who you wanted to pick with Stroud, or is there
Stroud,
not saying that there's it's bad or anything? Just trying to talk through it.
No. So Stroud was just like age, the team, the youth. He's got. You know what I mean? He's got like a lot more to go, bro. Like I feel like I like it. Like I see just his future and potential. So, he's gonna win a chip one day. I really do. With him at the helm, and for he shows like super promise. And if he does what I think this year, and I think it's just he's just taking off, bro. He's like literally just lifting.
They just start. Yep.
That was my pick. Stroud right out the rip. So that was going there, and then now I'm coming back. You know what I mean? Like you said, because the third round reversal. I know I understand your reasoning for where you are. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna kind of eat it on the other way, but I'm like, all right, no problem. I'll be all right. Second pick I took was
Jameer Gibbs.
The other,
it's blacked out. Yeah, it's blacked out.
I'm like, all right. I remember I see his blue uniform, so I took Gibbs. Took a solid RB. Why not? The future also young, and that's like. I'm not going to say the theme of everything, but I want to get some good studs too, like right away. And then I did a trade, clearly. I know that. I don't know where it was. I know we're zoomed in a little bit, Matt, if you want to tell them, because I can see it coming up into the third.
Yeah, you traded with Paulie. I think you traded with Paul. Or no, I have to see. Hold on, let me zoom it out. You did a few trades. I thought this one, damn it. So this one looks like, it looks like you kind of just kicked up. You must have done a double trade, but basically you traded from the fourth back into the third. So you got 2 third-round picks basically out of it.
Yeah.
The 310, which you did Jared Goff, and then you did Roma Dunze, my boy, Roma Dunze.
Yeah,
as
man.
the
I want the
312.
youth. I'm putting stock, bro. I'm like, I want a little bit in, and I can root with you, bro. So I'm like, let me be with Matt and the Bear Club for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
So I took that, got a stud there, super happy with that. Then, like you said, I traded my my fourth and my fifth.
Yep.
With that, and I know I traded back down. So I got the third and something else. So my next pick, which would be my fourth pick technically, but in the 6th round we're in right now, I'm guessing.
It'd be a fifth. It'd be a fifth pick because
round.
you had Adonze was your fourth.
Correct. With my 5th pick, I took Nico Collins. Love it. You know, I mean, kind of with like that Stroud. I paired him up. Nice wide out. Young, health, obviously, you know, whatever, no big deal. My next one, I went another rook, Xavier Worthy. I took.
Yep.
Love that. You know, youth with a solid, another great quarterback at the helm with Mahomes. I thought that was great. Then I like him. And then next one, I went back down. Debo, we're in now.
Yeah, I'm surprised he lasted all the way. Debo lasted all the way to the 8th round, man.
Super far. As soon as I saw it, I said,
that's
he was
in
my
a startup.
queue.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Solid stud.
And I mean, part of that might have been too because it is start 2 tight ends and it is a little bit of a tight end premium. So I think that if you look at the board, you can see a lot of tight ends. Obviously, the orange is tight ends. You can see a lot of tight ends went earlier than they would in normal startups. So that's also probably why Debo slipped or, you know, fell down a little bit because of the fact that tight ends were being taken so frequently. So
for sure.
Cool. So then Matt, it's probably hard for you to see Joe Mixon.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Joe Mixon and Diggs both of them in the 9th round.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good, man. Pretty solid.
Same thing with Diggs. Like Diggs,
yeah.
Honestly, Diggs in the 9th round, the 903, I think, you know, granted he's older, but I mean, Houston, you know, you got the stack now, so you got the CJ Stroud to Diggs stack, so you got that, which I think is pretty.
And Nico Collins also.
It's and like Nico, yeah.
End up too, so it's like both.
And it's best ball, So I mean, you don't have to set your lineup on this too, which is great. So I mean, I thought out of your whole entire thing, I think Diggs was the biggest steal. I was looking at your team before we jumped on. And then the rest will be hard for you to probably read a little bit, so I'll kind of read them off.
Okay.
So then he had Tony Pollard, Aaron Jones, and Chase Brown were the 3 running backs back to back to back. So kind of, if you just want to interject on your thoughts on those.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm gonna get Chase Brown. I think is the future for Cincy, so I want him. Yeah. Yep. I love it. I know Moss is there right now. He's young, but I think it's ultimately gonna be Chase's in the future. So took Chase. I want to get some stock in running back. So I went a little bit into it. I was kind of like picking. I had a lot of cues. It's hard because it's so tiny, but like a lot of my things are just disappearing. I'm like, damn it, man! Like that's gone. You know how it is. It's like, oh, all right, next. Then we're doing some trades, and people are sending me trades. Then it throws me off. Plus, I'm working. It's like a bunch of the factors are ridiculous, but I love it though. You know what I mean? I'm having a good time. So where are we up to now? So the running backs I got, right?
Yeah, sorry, it's kind of jumping because it's
my
computer. Okay. My computer's lagging, so we're basically up to Gesicki now. So you have Gesicki in the 4th round, first tight end, right? First tight end.
Correct. I mean, like I said, I didn't do amazing with my tight ends. I kind of just was like picking everything else out. All right, it's my fault. Love Corley from the Jets.
Yeah, I do too. I think he could be the next like Lazard basically for.
I love it,
Aaron.
So did that. Gabe Davis is like, he was there. It was good value where I thought I got him. He's in Jacksonville. Why not give him a flyer?
They're down farther.
And then
20th round. Sorry, I'm just looking to see where the other two.
No, it's okay.
Because we're zoomed in now, so it's hard to see. And then you got Khalil Herbert, which I think is great. You'd be if he ends up. There's talk that he might get traded because they obviously paid for Swift to get obviously to the Bears. They have Roshan Johnson from the rookie from last year. So there's been talk in Chicago of potentially the Bears could. I mean, not coming from the Bears, but it's obviously a lot of the pundits and kind of like the analysts talking that like Khalil Herbert could easily be on the chopping block or the trading block. So if he got traded to somewhere and became a starter, I mean, you're looking at money right there, dude. To get him in the 17th round as a starter. And even, again, this is best ball, so he could always pop up in your lineup any given week. So love that pick. I love
the best ball theory to it. Like, it could benefit so many different ways, you know what I mean, at any time. So that's why I was like, all right, Then I took Eric All.
Yep.
Cincy.
You got your backup tight end in Cincinnati.
Yeah, man. So like, I was like, gotta take him, keep it rolling. Then I know I did some trades, so I bounced around. I want to say a little bit.
We'll go to the quarterbacks. I'm going to shift over a little bit. So we'll do the quarterbacks. Let's give me hold on. Sorry, bro. Okay, so then you get 2 quarterbacks, and then I'll shift back to where we were. So you got Jacoby Brissett, and then what is it, Jake Browning?
Yeah, just in case, because you just never know.
Well, Brissett
anymore.
could be a starter. I mean, there's talks that like he could potentially be he could be a starter this year. Yep. So I mean, that's
that
again
works. Can't help.
Yeah.
It's best ball. Like, get some quarterbacks rolling. I like this dude. I liked Elijah Moore, bro. I don't know, man. Like when I took him, I liked that pick where I got it. I mean, super. It's like later in, but dude, I know they have other targets and everything, but why not, man? I mean it's best ball, and he's solid. He's still young. He's not bad, dude.
Yep.
I like that.
No, I agree.
Then Chark. I mean, I don't know how much throwing they're doing, but he's going to be a target, and he
could be the number 1 in that offense. To be honest with you, in the Chargers offense from a wide receiver perspective, he could be the number 1 or at least the number 2. I mean, so I mean, I think that's a great pick. I've got him a couple of dynasty teams. The fact that he's with Chargers, I'm hoping he didn't have a good year last year. 2 years ago, he was actually really good. I mean, 21st round in a startup draft. I mean, come on, dude.
I thought it was good money.
Yeah.
Kind of like like a little sleeper pick steal. I took him another Bengal, Ilyasova, young. Why not?
Yep.
I liked where I got him. Another rook. I mean, not rook, but like Hendon Hooker. I like him just to have it. You never know. He's shows promise. I'm hoping. You never know. Then it's funny. I get Brown, another wide receiver from Houston.
Plus, you have Goff too, right?
So it's like, so that's why
you got your backup. Yeah, you got your backup.
So I was like, that's good. Now that my handcuff in the quarterback room is covered in that end, God forbid.
Yep.
Then you have Cam receiver.
Well, you have Cam Akers, which you probably can't see because it's blacked out.
Can't see that. Yep.
No, totally good. You have Cam Akers and then Nico
Brown.
Yeah, Nico Brown.
So I have all 3 Houston wide receivers pretty much minus Tank Dell, which is pretty crazy, but whatever. I got Ross from Kansas City because I don't even know what's going to happen there with the whole wide receiver thing. So who knows? Michael Thomas was not. I really didn't want that. I don't really care about that. That was like
was
the
this
worst
an auto
pick
pick?
of mine.
Or do you just?
Yeah, that right there. I don't even know what happened, but I got it. I don't even have him. I dropped him already. He's gone. Like I didn't even. Yeah, he's done. So dude, that was. I don't know what the hell's going on at that point in time. And then
you got Kareem Hunt running, and then Schrader.
Yeah, like this is just like the dead end of it anyway.
Yeah, so you're just like the 30th round. I mean, you're kind of just like shooting your shot basically as much as you can. So, yeah, and man.
I let them go. So, what do you think, Matt?
Overall, I think you did a pretty good. I mean, your trades. This is actually one of the leagues where I didn't trade at all this time, and you'll see when I get to my team. The one thing that I'd say is, when we get to my team, you'll probably see sort of a more. I personally, this is a personal thing, taking running backs, even if it is Gibbs. I know he was great, last year, but taking a running back so early when you could have had, you could have had Puka Nacua, you could have had somebody of that ilk. I'm just always for longevity within the wide receiver room versus taking a running back so high. Personal choice. Or even you could have had Kincaid if you went tight end first. Kincaid followed right after yours. 2 picks later from Gibbs. Yeah. All in all, Matt, I think you did. You built youth. I think you're very heavy on the Houston, team. So you hope that they're scoring a lot of points this year and that people don't figure them out. Yeah, I mean, other than that, dude, I think solid. I mean, you did a lot of trades. You're trying to mix it up a little bit. So I think all in all, man, I like your team. So
thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Like I said, I was actually surprised when the draft was happening and you took CJ almost immediately. You didn't even hesitate.
No, and that's where I was had focused from the beginning.
Yeah, you've had. I mean, over your boy Burrow too. That surprised me as well. I mean,
yeah, bro, the injuries, dude.
Dude, you can't. Thinking, yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Yeah, no. Overall, all good, man. Love it.
Thanks, so let's peep you out, bro.
Yeah, let's peep me out. I'm gonna see how big it is. It's small as shit. I didn't trade anything, so anything that you can't see that's in black is again a running back. So I again won the Derby. I chose to go in the 12th spot, and the theory is third round reversal. So I wanted to have the 301 pick instead of having the 312 pick.
Matt, you can't blow that up a little bit better?
Yeah, I'm gonna blow it up.
Zoom
in.
Blow it up. Oh, there we go. Now we can see.
So I started, and this is so again, I'm obviously done the turn. So I had the 112 and the 201 back to back. I debated on this initial pick. So as it's getting closer to me, I actually was debating on initially in my head, I wanted to go Jordan Love and Kyler Murray. Those are the two that I kind of had highlighted at even when they were picking at the 108. In the back of my head, I was like, oh, I could just start off the rip, dude, and just get like two stud quarterbacks and just like go for the glory. It got to me, and I noticed that Marvin Harrison Jr. was still there. And I kind of just took a flyer. I was like, well, if I do two quarterbacks right away, then I'm going to be definitely weaker, not really weak, but I'll still be a little bit weaker in the wide receiver room and with all the flex spots. So if you add up all the flex spots, the bigger the league is, the more flex spots you have, the more people you need to get in your lineup, the less strength your quarterbacks have within the ratio of the whole entire team. So for that reason, I went Marvin Harrison Jr. and I did the stack. So I picked him, and then I was like Kyler Murray all day. So I've got the stack that could be in that stack for, I don't know, who knows, a whole entire 5-10 years. Obviously dynasty may not last so long, but thought right off the jump, I was really happy to kind of get that stack. So felt good about it. The next pick right after me is Jordan Love, which again would have been my initial pick if I went quarterback. Then it goes back to me at 301. Unlike you, I was also debating age, and I was really debating on Tyreek Hill or Puka Nacua. I just decided on Hill. I can't remember why, to be honest with you, but he's obviously a stud. Been wide receiver 1 or 2 the past couple of years. Looking at it again, I probably would go Puka Nacua, okay, long term. But I'm not. I mean, I don't think you can go either way. And I kind of balanced my team. Once I picked the Tyreek Hill, I basically was like, all right, it's not going to be all youth. It's going to be definitely a mixture of youth and kind of like older veterans where need be. And you'll see some coming up here, obviously. Then I came back at the 412, did Evan Ingram, because tight ends are flying off.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it was crazy at one point.
I took Tyreek Hill, and then it was like, I think 7 tight ends went by the time I get back to me. If not more, it might have been more than that.
Yep.
So on the turn for the 412 and 501, I did Evan Ingram, and then I was surprised Michael Pittman was still there. So I took Pittman. That. So starting wide receiver room is Tyreek Hill, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Michael Pittman with Kyler Murray and Evan Ingram. And I was just like, dude, studs. So really happy with how it started. Then I realized quarterback started to go quite a bit. So then I started panicking again. So I had to kind of pivot again what I would have probably done at the 6. But quarterbacks were going so quickly I couldn't risk one of them not getting to me and just being stuck with, Derek Carr or somebody in the 8th round. So I went Aaron Rodgers and did another tight end because I needed to start 2. So Schultz, because again, the tight ends are flying off. This is probably one of the quickest tight ends as far as like drafting I've ever seen. And this is now my, I think, 19th league that I'm in of dynasty. So went, Schultz. Then I came back and was like, all right, I just want to have an extra quarterback. Wasn't really liking who was, as far as the wide receivers. So went Derek Carr, just to have another guy who could hit my lineup. And then from there, Ladd McConkey, because I feel like in best ball, I think he could be decent this year, but he's going to be a stud, could be a catching machine. So love that pick at the 901. My first 2 running backs come off the board, which I think is crazy if you think about it. This is a 10th round. First 2 running backs, David Montgomery and Javonte Williams. I was very happy that I got both of those in that spot. Both are starters and could easily hit your lineup every week. So I was stoked about that when it got to me. And then you've got Jalen Johnson, I believe, tight end from New Orleans. So I've got the stack with Carr and Johnson. Again, another tight end added into the room. Then I knew I had to add more running backs because I just was really weak as far as that spot. I only had 2 at that point. So I got Raheem Mostert. Coming back, got Wilson. So Roman Wilson, so wide receiver, rookie wide receiver at Pittsburgh. Yep. In the 14th round, 15th round, got Spencer Rattler. So again, Derek Carr, if he gets beat out by Rattler, kind of what you did earlier, Rattler potentially could replace Carr. So I was like, why not just grab him, have the backup? So regardless, I at least have, starting, quarterback for New Orleans, whatever that means. Then coming back on the 16th and 17th turn, or 16th turn, we got Jalen McMillan. So I started to get very young here. Pretty much like the only guys that I saw that I liked were usually the younger end of the spectrum. So went really youth from here on out. McMillan, then went Vidal for the Chargers. Keon Mitchell for Baltimore. He got obviously really horrific injury. Got him in the 18th round, but hoping that like maybe he can keep some of his speed that he had before. Wiley, rookie tight end from Kansas City, loved. And I'll kind of go through the rest really quickly. Counting Malik Washington in Miami, Evan Hall in Indianapolis as a running back. Got him in the 22nd round. Then to finish up, I've got Anais Smith, rookie for Philadelphia wide receiver. Thrash for Cleveland, another rookie. And then backed up the tight end. I don't know why I did this, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So I got Gray. I think he was just there, so I was like, why not? I'll take him. He's been scoring some points the past couple of years, hit or miss, but whole double digits points, sometimes. So I was like, might as well in best ball, take a chance on it. Then you've got Washington, so wide receiver again in Miami. From this point on, I kind of was just hitting any spot that I was like, all right, high upside, wide receivers, again, is best ball. So kind of rolling the dice and taking a risk on some of these people. Got Taylor, who's obviously Aaron Rodgers' backup. So Tyrod Taylor for the Jets, quarterback. And then I just went backup. Tyson Bagent in Chicago, backing up, obviously, Caleb Williams. Mike White in Miami, backing up Tua. And then the last pick, which, again, to your point, it's like at this point, I'm like, I don't know who this dude really was. Charlie Jones. I was like, whatever. Yeah. Cincinnati. So here I was just looking for people in offenses that could score a lot of points. And that's kind of like how I looked at it. So what's your thoughts, man? What do you think about, like, any surprises that you saw as far as, like,
you took a lot of youth, super youth.
I went heavy, and then it was like after that it was all rookies.
Dude, it was like a rookie. Like at one thing, I'm like, damn. While I was watching, I'm like, wow. Matt's like going in with these guys. I'm like, all right, I get it. Like, but I'm like, there's no.
It could hurt me, so.
You went a different route, but I get it though. I wanted Wiley. You snagged it. I'll never forget. I was like, God damn it. I was like, that was one of like that was coming around. I'm like, can I hopefully get him? I think he has a lot of upside, man. I like him a lot. I was kind of like, man, maybe that's it. And I'm like, nope, screws me again. I'm like, whatever, bro. Because like that, the queue kept going. It's like this, gone.
Oh, dude. Like, all right. I mean, it got ridiculous to the point where like, then I rarely, again, just doing so many startups. I know this is your second startup in Dynasty, but I've done so many at this point where usually you can kind of know, you can fill out the room and I was like, holy shit. I was like, I thought it's a quarterback could get back to me. And then it was like, I'd pass on a quarterback, and then you'd see like 8 go before it got back to you, and you're just like, then you start panicking, and it's been a while since I've panicked during startups, or your whole queue's empty, and then you're like, oh shit, now I got to pivot. Like, who the hell am I supposed to take? So yeah, it got like, it got really, really interesting really quickly. I was definitely surprised, man. So, but all in all, we'll say my team it is very rookie heavy, so there's a possibility. Not, rookies don't always pan out, so. I could look at my team in a year, and I could be like, half the team's trash because none of them panned out. So it could end up biting me in the ass. But I like how mine started.
Risk reward, bro. And you started super strong. Like, I liked the way you was. You snagged really good running backs right where you got them. Like, I don't know. I feel like people slept on some of the running backs where they were going. I'm like, why are there so many people there's so many juice in certain positions. Like, like what are we doing, man?
Like even like Jalen Warren, who's a backup in Pittsburgh, was taken, and I'm not trying to knock anybody's team, but was taken at a 10:08. And I got David Montgomery, but I mean, he'll probably split with the backfield in Detroit. Yeah, but I mean, it's basically I got him at the 10-12, and he was a stud last year. So, and then I got Javonte Williams right after that. So yeah, I mean, some of it was surprising
because I wanted him also. I wanted Monty because I'm like, perfect. Throw him with my guy. I was like, I'll have both. You know what I mean? You never know. Yeah. Once again, you shystered me again. I was like, bastard.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, I filled out all of the. I had the flex, the super flex filled out. I had the 3 wide receiver room filled out, and then the 2 tight ends. So basically, running backs was like the next one, man. So
yeah, no, you're solid, dude, for sure.
Yeah. Is anybody else's team you want to look at before we sign it off? We'll make it a quick one.
I was looking at A-Kids. He always has interesting stuff. We traded a lot, and I was talking to him a lot. We were messing each other a lot. Like, he'd be like, "Oh, what do you think?" I'm like, "What you want to do is trade this and that." He's like, "Yeah, what do you think?" And we go back and forth. That was good, man. It was interesting. Like, I'm like, "That's what you wanted," or I saw other people. Then other people were just trading in this league they were just crazy. I'm like, what are we doing? I'm like,
there was a lot of things that they're trading to trade, and I'm just like, what? To your point, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
are you aiming for someone, or you just want to be cool and push the button of trade?
Right.
That's what I thought. I was like, okay, if that's what it is. I love the love Purdy. Like, I love that.
I'm trying to zoom in. The thing's been really, my computer's been really sketched today. Sorry, anybody who's watching on YouTube. It's probably annoying as hell. I should have restarted before I jumped on. But all right, so there we got zoomed in. So take us through kind of what you like with A-Kid.
Lamb, solid right out the rip. No matter what, he's gonna have a job, and he's fucking insane. He's one of the top 5, no matter 4 or 3.
I was hoping he'd make it to me. Like, I was pissed when he went right before me. I was like, God damn it. Because
dude, that's solid, bro.
It ended up working out. I mean, I'll take the stack, but I wanted, dude, if I could have had CeeDee Lamb and Kyler Murray, I would have been like in heaven, dude.
Yeah. And then love Jordan Love, dude, the youth, and I think he's only gonna get better. Yep. And then the 3rd round reversal, and this is what's cool. He did his trade over here, so he gets Purdy, and then he went straight to the tight end, and he got Pitts, which is solid. I think he's gonna have another great team. Then he traded his 4th. And then he went to Ayuk, which is questioned, but still a stud, And then traded, I don't know, he traded some other stuff, but like Geno.
He traded out and then traded back in to get a 6-11 pick back.
Yeah,
Jake Ferguson. You got Jake Ferguson, and then he got Geno Smith at the 7-2.
Pickens solid, Watson's fine. Then you got some rookies over here.
Blake Corum, Jalen Wright. For Miami, who could be, honestly, he's was amazing at Tennessee, right? So I mean, I could see him easily having, especially if Mostert or whoever gets hurt in Miami. Yeah. Plus, it's best ball. I mean, again, best ball. You got to keep highlighting best ball.
That's all it is. They just got to hit the ticket.
Yep. And then you got Aiden O'Connell.
Why not?
He could be the starter, dude. He literally could be the starter in Las Vegas this year.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't too bad. I love McCaffrey. I do. I think he has potential.
Yeah, Luke. No, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Bateman, I have shares of Bateman. I want to see what he could finally do eventually, I mean, like I said, man, it was pretty solid. And then, like, after a while, I started losing it because there's so many people fucking trading. I'm like, where's this guy going? Like,
it started getting like a tennis match. You're just like watching shit, just like going back and forth. You're like, what the hell's going on?
I'm like, what? I'm like, where are we going? I'm like, what are we
But dude,
going
he got
for?
Sky Moore at the 24th, in the 24th round in a rookie draft. Like, that is insane. I mean,
yeah.
And then dude, the value is like insane. And then it kind of drops off after that. Robinson, you got Mechie, who's you probably would have taken him because he's Houston wide receiver.
Another Houston guy. Yep. Yeah, we should have taken him anyway.
Samaje P. Ryan in Denver, and then you got Bo Melton for Green Bay, and then another tight end Mallory, and then finish up with Shorter for Buffalo.
Yeah, dude, I mean, that's solid. A-Kid had a good team. Like, bro, like I was watching. I watched.
Oh, he got a few more too. It's probably over here.
Yeah, because he traded out a couple spots.
Yeah, he got Tajay Spears at the 10th round. He got Tyler Boyd, and then KJ Osborne. So yeah, he did good, man. I like his squad. He did pretty good. Let's highlight. Let's highlight.
You're like McNutt. You're like, dude. I asked you, Mike.
I knew what he was doing. I knew what he was doing.
Like, this is his. It's his theme right here.
Yeah, he's a QB hoarder, man. So this is what he does.
And he was right on cue, bro.
I'm zooming way in, but so yeah, McNutted. So Mike, like we said, from South Harmon, had him on a couple of weeks ago. Dude, love the guy, man. But this is his thing. So 102, Jalen Hurts. Then he basically hammered quarterbacks. So Hurts, Prescott, JJ McCarthy. And then he went Malik Neighbors randomly. I guess he couldn't pass up the value maybe. Then he went back to the QB hoarding with some more rookies. Got Bo Nix and Penix. I actually wanted Penix to come back to me. I was pissed that he took Penix. Then Jordan Addison, Brian Thomas, Pearsall. Like, that's amazing. Pearsall the 9-11. And Xavier Legette. I mean,
yeah,
he's going to be the number one wide receiver in Carolina. So, then he's got Scary Terry. I mean, Terry, I'm hoping Terry has a big year, a big breakout year, man. I honestly think this could be his year. So we'll see how that goes in Washington for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Then Kamara, Lloyd, rookie for Green Bay, running back. No offense. D-Hop. And then it kind of just Ray Davis, and then he just started basically shooting. Yeah, he just started shooting shots after that, like Roshan Johnson, McLaughlin, Deonta Foreman, and then after this, he's on auto.
Tight
I think.
Run. Yeah.
Well, he was on auto pick, so it just kept giving him tight ends. So all these, I think, from the 26 down, he was auto drafting. So nothing really to talk about there. But he's got a squad, man. And if anybody needs a quarterback, give Mike McNutt a call because he'll trade you. He'll make you sell your soul for a quarterback, but he's got a whole bunch of them to give.
I'm excited, man. After all the trades and wildness, why not, dude? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, dude, it was fun. I mean, we've been talking about it. It's funny. We talked about doing one for Elite Fantasy, which we'll still, maybe when we get into July, we'll kick one off. We'll do another startup if you're up for it. Sure. We'll get some, whoever comments, man, get some patrons that jump on. Yeah, dude, it was good. It was really good. I've done 3 startups so far, so it's been a crazy off season again. I was like, no more startups. So I told myself this off season, no more startups, and I've already done 3. So we'll see. We'll see how it ends up.
It's addicting, bro. I'm only on my 2nd. I'm like, plenty of room. Keep coming. I was like, they'll come as they go.
I'm on a mission to see if I can win every, or at least make the playoffs in every league next year. That's my mission. That's my goal. I want to go 19 for 19 and make sure that I make all playoffs. If I do that,
that's awesome.
That'd be insane. And all the different formats that I'm in too, so they're all over the place. So that's why you should listen. That's why we're elite. Because I'm addicted, I guess you could call it.
Let's put it this way. I already got asked for the ones I redrafted for. I got paid to do their drafts. I got rehired as their consulting. Yeah. And I actually talked to one of them yesterday, and they were like, someone called him, like a mutual friend that we all know, and he's like, "There's no way you're drafting this. This is not you." He's like, "No, it's me." And then meanwhile, it's like,
well, it's got to go with it now at this point.
Yeah,
you gotta hope that like none of your friends that on his side, none of his friends listen to this podcast because
and I'm not in that league or anything. I have no skin in the game whatsoever. I'm just because I wouldn't do that anyway. But he was like. He's in Florida.
You can't draft in the same league that you're in with for somebody else. Like that'd be unethical in my opinion.
No way. I'd say no. But he was like, but I know the people in it, and I'm like, you know what? I would love to shaft these guys too and let him take all the gold. So yeah, and like I said, he placed last year in 2nd. So he was very happy. He's like, you got the job again. I was like, you got it.
yeah, hell yeah. We'll have to keep showing our records, man. Yeah,
that's what we're here for, bro. We're here to give you the advice and help you the best we can, man. Because we wouldn't be elite for not, if we're not elite, then why wouldn't be here and it wouldn't be the name. So you wouldn't be listening to us.
And that's the point that we bring up the records and everything is because we're proud of like how well we do in all the different formats. And like I'm in some crazy formats that like I don't even understand at this point. I'm in a like I said, a salary cap league, which actually has a draft this weekend down in Chicago. So I might go down for a day and hang out with them. But the rookie draft is this week. But yeah, dude, some crazy salary cap. I've got campus Canton leagues. I've got Devy leagues. I've got a whole gamut. And if I could place in all of those plus 2 redraft. And a keeper league. Yeah, I'm like all over the place, man. I'll have to write it all down one day and like go off the list of what I know.
Keep
like,
your stats alive.
How crazy it is. But man, you got anything else before we sign off, dude? Let you go so you can get up early and fucking nice and grind.
Get it back. Yeah, bro. We'll try to get in another one this weekend for them. If there's anything up, maybe we'll do a quick little news break if something hits or whatever. And,
yeah, we talked about trades, man. We got to talk to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see yeah, we got dude. There's been in Not Your Mama's League. There's been 6 trades based in the past 10 days. Like it's that time of year where like people are just itching now to like start trading. So I feel like every day in one of my leagues something pops up. But we'll try to get James on. I've been kind of in contact with him. He's been moving, so he hasn't been able to be on recently. But maybe we'll get James, or maybe we'll even go to get Fizzle back on. We'll go through some trades and kind of get a third party so that way we can.
Well, I want to put both of them on. That's what I would like. It was just
we can do that
one day.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, and then I'll let 3 of you guys give the trade, and I'll just sit back and fucking chill. So
I love it.
All right, brother. Well, before you guys leave, again, subscribe, leave a comment below.
Everything.
Tell us how amazing Pat is, because Pat would love to hear that. And then we've got some stuff coming up in the future that we'll kind of we'll drop a little bit of news about some stuff that's going on. We'll be making a different podcast on South Harmon feed. Probably in the next couple of weeks we'll be starting that. So we're doing once a week South Harmon. It'll be the audio version only. So we're working on that with Mike and Adam. So yeah, we're kind of like slowly starting to your point, the train's slowly starting to move, man. And
I love it.
We're gonna keep the train going and throw some coal on the fucking fire and get the shit rolling faster. So
that's it, bro.
Until next time, peace. We're out.
Later.